Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Know Your Celebrity on Clevenard TV. And to interest you today, I'm in the studio with a phenomenal artist, a gospel artist. She's going to be telling us more about herself and a lot we will need to know happening in the gospel music industry. Okay, Minister Raqell, would like to know you and welcome on stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I was just thinking of what to say and which one not to say. Okay, so my name is Minister Raqell. I am the 5th child among 6 children. I have 3 myself. I've been singing for a couple of years now, maybe 20.
Wow.
And I love Jesus. That's most important.
Wow. That's wonderful. Nice knowing you. And I know Songworth, a mother with kids, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, we've heard about your work and your songs in the market so far, and it's credible what you're doing. God is using your song to affect a lot of lives. So I would like to ask, apart from music, what else do you have passion for? Apart from music, what else do you have passion for outside music?
Oh, wow. I love to cook.
Wow.
I think I can cook as much as I can sing. And then I manage events too. I have been doing that for many years, maybe over 15 years now. So that just comes natural. So I hardly even remember to say that that's like my other thing I do by the side, because I've been doing it for a couple of years now. So yeah, I really like to cook. I think I have I used to think everybody liked to cook. So
yeah.
I had some friends that didn't like to cook. So I think it's a hobby. I should call it a hobby. It makes it sound easier. I think I'm a phenomenal cook.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting. When we talk about cooking, I also like to cook, but I'm not so fan of the natives, those native stuff, but I like to cook. Yeah. Okay. Nice having you on our show this morning. And about your songs, we've seen one of your recent songs. You have done me well. I love that song so much, and I know of some of your songs too. Agbara Kibati is a wonderful song. I don't know if you can share with us. We know that you didn't just there are some experiences coming this far in the gospel industry. There are some experiences you would like to share with us. Can you please share with us the story behind the glory?
You're so funny. Well, yes, the glory, all of it belongs to God, actually. Well, for every of my song have some form of real story or the other. You have done me well. It's just a sum up of what God has shown me over the years. I'm that child that is like favor, just like my name says, unmerited favor. I'm that child that if they want to give people free things, it probably would, maybe they're giving 10 people free things. When it gets to me, it will always get to me, but I'll be like the last person. So it always looks like, okay, you just enter into the line. Or if they were dashing people things, like we say in Nigeria, I'm always like among that crop of people. And so I began to think about my whole life, my kids, I have my husband. I married an exceptional man. Exceptional.
Wow.
It's so sometimes you just think you don't deserve some of these things, you know. He's so passionate about my passion. Almost doesn't even have a passion, you know. So he's very kind towards everything that concerns me. Everything I do, all my projects, everything. He you know, when you say he hawks it on his head as if he stands to gain directly, you know. So You Have Done Me Well is a song that came during COVID though,
Okay.
but the song that just sums up all of when I'm overwhelmed and I don't really know how to count my blessings, name them one by one. I just say, you have done me well. And truly he has.
Wow. Wow. It's obvious. Okay. I was able to pick some stuff when you were talking about your husband, because there is this common slogan that says behind every successful man, there is this woman. Let me put it that way. And this time around, we are turning it this way. Behind every successful woman, I bet there must be a man, a successful man, pushing her towards success. Because your nature of success or your kind, it's obvious that without the support of your husband, really, you wouldn't have, you know. So, but that's really commendable. We commend him for doing a good job, and I hope it's a lesson for other upcoming or artists or people that have been called in a specific area, field in life, to get such support, and that determines a lot about them. Thank you very much. And okay, in music, I from your testimony, from your explanation of some things, I have realized that you've had a lot of experience coming over time. Now, the gospel industry, now music as a whole, we have a lot in the music industry. Streamlined to the gospel industry, we have we have things that has to do with upcoming artists. Some people will have to struggle and struggle until, you know, it's like the ones up there don't really help or put a helping hand to the ones to the upcoming. From your experience in the music industry, can you please tell us more about this and what can really be done? What is your experience in this aspect, and what do you think can be done? I'm sure you have your experience as you are coming up, and where you are today, you know, a lot of people are dreaming of getting there. So what do you have to say about this concerning the gospel industry? Thank you.
I think what you are actually asking is the gap, the bridge between the very popular and then the gifted but not so popular. Well, I've had my own fair share of, people not wanting to listen to what you have to offer. But you know, the truth is that you have to just keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, you weren't even doing it for anyone. If that's your desire, that the name of God be glorified, you're not particularly doing it for anyone. You know, you're not particularly trying to. I overheard someone saying that you want to blow. You're not particularly doing it to blow, you know, but your motives will be checked, because it's a very difficult path. So, and your motive will be tried over time as you continue to serve and do what you do. I don't know about bridging the gap. I don't know if the ones that have gone ahead are just because they are known. I don't know how to explain this. Not because they are known that means they are doing the right things, you know, because what we do is very dynamic. It's not quote unquote the secular where you can say because someone blew, he did. Some people might blow in this industry in the gospel and it's God glorified. So to bridge the gap is somehow a very funny way of looking at it. Be that as it may, there are people that are up there that would not post your songs, even though you know them. There are people that are up there that would not follow you back.
Yeah.
Even though you follow them.
Hmm.
Everyone have their reasons. Everyone know why they do these things. I think it's also very personal. You know, some people are my friends, but it took a while for them to want to follow. And it wasn't, I remember someone a long time ago, maybe this is 5 years now, and I saw her in a program. I was like, you have not followed me, follow me. This is 5 years. So Instagram just started for me then. I really didn't know anything about that. You're not following me back. Why? What did I do? Don't you know my handle? My handle is official Raqell. You're not following me back. And she said, oh, I'll follow you, I'll follow you. She didn't follow me back until maybe 2020 when everyone was so bored with COVID, you know. And that was not because she just found me out. That was because I probably struck a chord. So if you strike a chord, if you get out of the ordinary, the gap will be bridged automatically. You don't really need anybody to push you. You don't really need anybody to push your brand. Small by small. The thing is that consistently, the thing is that some people just want to jump. Some people's glory, all of us have different timings for this thing, you know. And the God that we serve is a God of times and seasons. So if it's your season, your name is out there. In that same vein, your season comes and goes too. You know, so I just think everyone should do what they do at the very highest capacity that you possibly can. I remember talking about the highest capacity. I remember doing a song, Agbara Kibati, to be precise, in the studio. We recorded it live. It was so breathtaking. It took out everything in me. It was such a power-packed 9 minutes.
Wow.
The energy everywhere. And if you see that video, at the end of the video, I like slumped. It wasn't like, oh, that's how I was supposed to do it. It was because I passed out. Like, once they said cut, I was like, ugh. I put in every breath I had. And so when that song began to travel, I didn't even doubt it was going to travel. I didn't doubt it. When it began to travel, it began to travel. And testimonies began to come in. Power testimonies I can't explain. People have called me and asked for account details just because I put in everything I had. So that gap, I said all of that to say that the gap we're looking to bridge, you can bridge your gap yourself. Don't put that so much pressure on the so-called celebrity. They will follow you back when they think that, or they would want to push your brand when they think that, this person has something to offer. I used to do, like I said, I did it before, like 5 years ago. I said, why are you not following me? But there was no need. Imagine how many years ago she now followed me. So once you begin to do stuff exceptionally, the glory of God will rest on you, you know, and then you begin to illuminate your surroundings, even the so-called celebrities.
Wow. Oh, wow, that was a very big one. Thank you so much for this eye opener. I'm telling you, it will go a long way especially for the ones that are coming up, because a lot of people think without this one up there trying to do one or two things for you, trying to come up, you can't do anything. But with your experience and from what we've heard today, I'm sure a lot of people will take like a 360 degree and begin to build their lives. Just do and give your best. And you said something about striking a chord. I'm interested in that. Is that statement? Striking a chord. How did you strike this chord? I would like to know.
I wish I knew myself. You see, the chord you strike in everybody is different. Striking a chord just means once there's a light bulb moment for someone. You might be hearing a statement every time, or might be listening to a song every time, but one day just be like, wow, this song just hit me today. So that's striking a chord. And so everybody is different. But if you're able to strike that chord in a lot of people's brain, their minds, their vision, whatever it is that you're doing, it goes a very long way, to keep an indelible mark in the mind of the person. So even if the person goes, oh, I heard this song somewhere. Oh, I know this person somewhere. So I think for me, I began to look for ways to do the exceptional, not to even please anybody, but just to please God. I know that you have to, the God that we serve is an excellent God. Let me say that first. I also know that when you pursue perfection, catch excellence. So
yeah. Wow, very interesting. Thank you so much, Minister Raqell. If you're just tuning in, we are still on the program Know Your Celebrity, and my guest this afternoon is the phenomenal Minister Raqell. You're welcome. Okay, to our minister on the show, we would like to know about your mentors, because your efficiency and effectiveness in the gospel industry, I bet you one would want to know, like, what is she really doing, and who are the people she's really connected to, that she's getting all this milk and honey, from, and all that. So we would like to know who your mentors are in this industry, and your relationship with them, and how have they affected you, like, thus far?
In this industry. That's so huge. Well, spiritually, first of all, okay. I have mentors, because that was the first thing for me. It wasn't to get people that I just enjoyed their music but didn't understand their lifestyle or didn't know them closely. And so Pastor Opiaga has been one person. She's the president and founder When Women Pray International.
Wow.
And for the last a little over a decade, if you have been with someone for that long, then she'll influence you negatively or positively. So you decide which influence she has on me. So also Mrs. Dio Benjamin's Lani, that's my godmother. She's one person that God has used over the years, over 20 years.
Wow.
Guide me. And so coming into the industry, I can say I really love my Sinach. I really love her, not because we have the same vocal range, not because we even write alike, but I really love her love for God, her simplicity. I love my Tasha Cobbs. I really love her energy. I really love her spirituality. There are a lot of people, for me, I stand corrected, they sound empty. For Tasha, it's not all about her vocal range. So that's one person that has fantastic vocal range, but you can feel what she's saying. And I like to say this all the time. You can't take people where you have never been, So when you hear someone's story, you can connect. easily to their ministry. You either allow them to mentor you from afar or vice versa. So, so Tasha Cobbs is that one person because he really had. And so one of those days I had this vision board and I put very impossible things on them. Very impossible, very impossible. And to sit in the same room with her was one of the things on my vision board. As a growing minister, someone that loves God, you must have visions, prospects, principles that guide you. You must have a lot of all these things to help you stay on track. You know, and one of those things on my vision board was to be with her in the same room. And when it happened, she was sitting, I was like here, her mother was here, and she was the next. I didn't even realize, I was too overwhelmed to even remember I had it on my vision board. But it came to pass. She sang in that meeting, and I realized it wasn't about her singing. So my connection to her wasn't about her singing. It was far away in Orlando, Florida. So it's not only about her vocal range, like I said. I realized it was her spirituality. The way she loved God is so infectious. And nobody can love someone like that without them having a sort of experience. So she's had her experience. She knows God as a loving father. I've had my experience. And that's why you tilt towards some certain people and don't tilt towards some certain people. And so they can mentor you from afar or wherever. So those are the ones I can remember off of my head. Of course, my mother, she's late now, but she was very resilient, very determined. She makes up her mind to have 6 children. Like us, she had 6 children, you know. So I think I took my resilience from her. And so all of these people are mentors.
Okay. Oh wow, that's so much to know from Minister Raqell. Wow, so interesting. Okay, I don't know, maybe I should leave this out, but I just feel I should ask now. You've talked about your mentors, yeah, and it's very obvious from what you've said, because who you know, they say, determines who you are, determines what you get and all that. So you're connected with these people, and really we see grace on you whenever you minister and all that. So it's highly recommendable. But I want to ask, so far, what have you seen in the music industry that you think should be corrected or should be rearranged or should be done better? Are there ways things are being done in the music industry and you feel that there should be a corrective measure, something better, should take a place? I don't know if you can throw light on that.
That's a very tricky question. I think, so this is just me, I think the amount of mentees we carry is not enough. Like, I think we should mentor more people. And when we think they've schooled or learned enough, we can bring them on our platforms. So I think that the little I think I know is that people don't like to take risks. So what if I put this artist on and I don't know if, I don't even know her very well. I hope she's not married to 2 men. A lot of things just go on in our heads, because I know people have asked me in time past too, please post my songs. And I'll look at them like, where are you coming from? But if we have people that we have mentored, and we have people that we have taught the ropes, we should be able to take risks. So that, I think that's the little hurdle I see in what we're doing in the gospel. We don't have a lot of people climbing on a lot of people's backs to glide, and just allow them to glide. You can't say, oh, I know this person with this person. And even if you say so, it will just be one or two. In this huge industry, should be more. I think that's the major. There are other things, but I think that's the major thing. People not being able to take risks. That's the bridge we need to be able to close. Take risks. If you hear someone has done a good work, has put in so much money, has waited on God, got a word from God, I think we should encourage them. So that's the bridge. That's where I think is lacking. That's what I think is lacking. That mentee, mentor spirit of oneness, unity, and there are a couple I'm trying not to. There are a couple of other ones I'm trying not to mention, but this is major.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much, Minister Raqell. I mean, the words that you've spoken this afternoon, they are really, really heavy. I hope someone out there is getting a healing message right now. Okay, well, what's next, if I may ask? What are we expecting next for our phenomenal Minister Raqell? I don't know if, forgive me for doing that, because I just noticed you've been signed on. Congratulations, ma.
Thank you.
That's a very good one. And now this is really a next level experience for you. I would like to know what are your fans expecting to see in this new era of Minister Raqell?
I don't even know if I have fans. I didn't call fans. Oh my God. I don't even know. Okay. Well, I've just been signed on to TWC. Phenomenal set of people. Phenomenal.
Wow.
A group of people that know and understand grace when they see one. They're just fantastic, So I've just been signed on there. That's the same record label that Peterson Okopi is on. And they're doing quite a lot to push out my songs now. So I'm on a church tour between the month of June and September.
Wow.
Where we are open to take invitations to minister in any church, within the FCT, outside the FCT, Abuja, anywhere. When we check it out and we're sure that God is leading us there, then we go there and just during the time of this church tour, So that's where my label is pushing to now, because I actually have a couple of songs out already. So I was gonna take a breather, but they're like, no, keep working. So I'm doing a Calabar song. I really don't have songs from a album. So, but the Holy Spirit gave myself and my husband one, and it's been we've been singing it every minute. So I think that's the thing for us. We want to push out a worship song in my own dialect. And so TWC, they're doing the much they can do, slow and steady. We've put my songs on Boomplay. As at 2 days ago, my song was hitting 10,000, one particular song. I don't even know how to do all those things, so that's why God brought them to be able to help me get us to the next level. So we'll see how it goes.
Wow, thank you so much, Minister Raqell. This is wonderful, having a wonderful time with you on this show. At the end of this show, if you're still watching us, you will have to sit tight, because we have a lot of music from Minister Raqell for your consumption. Okay, now to round up for our interview this morning, I would like you to give some words of advice to the upcoming artists. I know when you were talking, you said some things about the little issues, what is going on in the gospel industry, and advising the already the ones up there to be able to give room for ones coming. Yeah. So we would like to hear more advice. What is your advice to the upcoming, this time around, to the upcoming gospel artists?
I'll just say quickly that let your gaze be on Jesus. It might get tough, but you have to. It's just that everybody wants to blow. But why not? Why not? But you know yourself that you are not either ripe, you haven't worked on your attitude, you haven't worked on your pride level. We don't say all these things, but it's just there behind at the back of our heads, So I just advise that you keep consistently. Consistency is the order of the game. Consistency. It shouldn't be about. It's hard to say that, but it shouldn't be about blowing. It shouldn't. I remember 4 years ago, the first time I was invited to sing in the States was 4 years ago. So imagine me 4 years ago. So it's not like I had blown, but someone watched something I did and she couldn't control herself. She was like, you have to come. We would not rest until we have you. Where are you? Where have you been? So I'm just saying that to encourage someone that thinks that it's only when they blow that something will happen for them. So I don't know what you call blow. Just be consistent. Give it your best shot. Everything you're doing. Wait on God. Seek his face. Ask him, this song I'm doing. That's the thing that we young people don't do anymore. Ask him who's going to be blessed of this song. And then when you're opening up, when you're ministering, the Holy Spirit checks your heart and your heart condition. So make sure that you're 100% naked before him and not ashamed, and somebody will be blessed. Somebody will be blessed. So young people, all of us upcoming, you that you're up there, uprising, mid, wherever, you have to keep your gaze on him. It's not what you even think is blowing. I mean, there's so many. In fact, I had friends, I almost called one of their names out, but very popular, of course, bigger than I am. Who was saying, how did you do it? How did you get to the States? You have to show us the way. He used to say, show us the way every time he sees me somewhere. So what am I trying to say? That you don't even have to be big for someone to see something you have done. And so they paid my flight, paid my hotel bills and everything, and made sure that I was there. As a matter of fact, some days to the program, myself and my husband, are you sure this is not a fraud? So I told my husband, when I get into the aircraft and the aircraft takes off, I'll be sure it's not a fraud. And of course, it wasn't. People would, once you bless one, I hope this blesses you out there though. Once you are able to touch someone, strike that chord. Many things will happen that you know nothing about. It's not until you blow. Someone said, I'll leave you with this. Someone said, the blow is the new glow. When glory is on you, you are blown. You don't need.
It's a glow. Oh, glow is interesting. Wow. Thank you so much, the phenomenal Raqell. It's really been a wonderful time with you in the studio today on your program, Know Your Celebrity. Thank you so much. We hope to have you more with us on this show. All right, thank you so much for being with us. Now, we want to say a very big thank you to everyone that's been connected to this program. We have more edition for you next week on Know Your Celebrity, Clevenard TV. So for now, with me, I am Stella Iyank, still your host. I say bye for now. Thank you.